Guys, before this battle starts, I just want to let you guys know that once again I do have a Discord, and I will leave the link to that Discord down in the description below along with the team sets. So without further ado, let's get into this Wi-Fi battle. What's up guys, McKinley362 here, back at you with another OU Wi-Fi battle today that I had with one of my mods, HAMBONE, aka Professor Pritchett. So looking at his team, I know that Snorlax I gave him is gonna be very disturbing. So turn one here, I'm actually gonna he's gonna throw out his Professor gonna use his own Professor Pokemon. That's his favorite Pokemon, Snorlax, by the way, if you didn't know. And I'm gonna lead off with my Tapu Lele, so that way I can gauge how much damage I can get off on this thing. Now, because I did give him this Poke, I do know the set that he is running on this thing, so I go for the Psyshock in a Psychic Terrain just to gauge and see how much he would do. And it does about half health to him, and he goes ahead and he gets that Yappa Berry going with the Gluttony ability, I'm guessing. So he sets up a nice and clean curse, and this thing, Snorlax setting up, is a bad thing indeed, because that thing is big and it is bulky and it is very hard to kill. So I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, oh no, what can I do? So I'm actually going to decide to switch out here, and I'm going to switch into my very own Skarmory, hoping that he could attack me, because this Skarmory does have the red card, but he instead goes for a recycle, so he's just getting nice and powerful. So I'm going to taunt him on this turn, so that way he won't be able to curse again, which he does try to curse. So this thing was just trying to set up and he's just trying to sweep me. So now that I taunted him, I know that he's going to attack me the next turn because he set up, and I'm just going to go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks, and he's going to go for the return. Can't really do anything, so I would have switched out if I was him, but you know, he wants to stay in. So I go ahead and hold up the red card against him, and the Double Blade gets dragged out. And I know this thing can't Shadow Sneak me or anything because I'm in the Psychic Terrain, so I'm gonna go ahead and go switch to Garchomp. And it turns out that Professor actually does decide to Shadow Sneak me because he forgot that Psychic Terrain disables priority moves. So he's gonna switch out his Double Blade here, and he's gonna bring out back the Snorlax. And the Snorlax, it is gonna take some Stealth Rocks damage, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Earthquake on him. But since that thing does have the Yappa Berry and it is hard to one-hit KO Professor, aka Snorlax, he's just gonna eat his Yappa Berry again. And so yeah, this thing is looking mighty healthy, and I'm looking at the Snorlax and I'm like, I don't know, what can I do with this thing? I literally can't do nothing to the Snorlax. So I try to go for Earthquake again, hoping he went for a curse, but Professor decided to play it safe and keep that HP in the green. So he's gonna go ahead and set up another recycle. So now Professor, aka the Snorlax, is just coming out here, you know, it's looking awfully annoying, and I'm just looking for the fastest way to kill this thing. So now I have to switch back out into my Skarmory again, where he does set up another recycle. Like I said, this thing was looking very annoying to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and taunt it again, hoping that he would attack me this turn. But it turns out he did actually try to curse again. So I'm gonna switch out here, and I'm gonna switch into my Gyarados, because I was just thinking about setting up a couple Dragon Dances in this thing's face and just Z moving it to death using my Flyinium Z on it. But he actually predicts that, and he's gonna switch out into his Zapdos. Now the fact that he did that told me, okay, I'm getting a little bit predictable here. So Zapdos comes in and takes in some Stealth Rocks damage, but it is gonna get a little bit of its HP back with the leftovers. So now I'm just gonna switch back out into my Tapu Lele, trying to gauge and see what he's gonna go for. I didn't want to switch into Garchomp, thinking the switch would have been obvious and he would have went for Hidden Power Grass. Hidden Power Ice. So that's gonna do about half health to me, and it's looking like a 3-hit KO, the Thunderbolt. So I'm gonna switch out from my Tapu Lele and get the Psychic Terrain back up, and I'm gonna switch right back into my Garchomp. And he goes for the Thunderbolt again, but it doesn't affect me because I am a ground type, because Garchomp is a ground type. So now that Garchomp is in, I decide to go for the Outrage, so that way I can try to kill this thing, as you can see right here. And he does reveal the Hidden Power, and I was so scared that it was Hidden Power Ice, but it actually wasn't in power ice because it just did neutral damage to me. So I'm guessing he had heat wave on this thing, and heat wave just couldn't or wouldn't have been able to do anything at all. So I'm gonna use the outrage again, and that's gonna be a dead Zapdos. So now that I got Zapdos off the field and I am locked into outrage, he's gonna be smart and he's just gonna decide to bring in his double blade here because it does resist the dragon type moves after all. So I'm just out here outraging this thing, and a blade with the Violet is bulky. So this thing is just gonna set up a nice and clean sword stance. And now I'm getting very scared, so the weirdness disappears from the battlefield, all of that. So now, since I am choice scarfed, I have to bring in something, so I decided to go into Tapu Lele, and he does predict this, and so Lele is going to fall this turn. He's going to go for a nice +2 stab Iron Head. So he goes for an Iron Head, and that is just going to be a dead Tapu Lele right there. So now I'm thinking, what can I bring in? So I decided to bring in my my offensive, hyper offensive Celesteela. This one does not have protect or the leech seed, so I'm just gonna go for the fire blast, and we're thankfully gonna be able to connect it here. And so the blade just goes down and it is dead, and I am gonna get the beast boost, so my special attack is gonna increase. And now he decides to send out his Toradora, the Greninja. So I'm looking at this Greninja, and I know that I can live at least one Scald or Hydro Pump. Whatever this thing decides to go for, I know that I can live it. And as I was hoping, he went for the Hydro Pump. Well, not hoping, but I knew he was going to go for something. I knew Greninja could not OHKO Celesteela from full HP. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop my Sitrus Berry and get myself back in the green. And I'm going to go for the Autotomize. So that way I will be able to outspeed the Greninja. What I was really hoping for was for him to go for a water type move. That way he could stay the water type, because I do have the Giga Drain, and we're just gonna get all that HP back. So from this point on, Celesteela is out here at +2 speed and +2 special attack. So Celesteela is here, and Celesteela is ready. UBO2 Blaster is in the house, and it's just blade. And he is gonna Mega Evolve, but to no avail, because since I do have the +2 speed and I do have the Psychic Terrain up, that ensures that nothing can outspeed Celesteela. So this is like one of my favorite teams at the moment right now. Like if you battle me, 9 times out of 10 you might see me using this team because I like it so much. 2 Scarf Pokies, like the Garchomp and the Scarfed Lele, and Celesteela with the Autotomize. They are very, like, Celesteela gets very fast, and Psychic Terrain, you can't outspeed it, so you just can't do anything to it. So here he's gonna bring in his Kyurem, and he's gonna get that Turbo going, but I am going to be able to one-hit KO this thing also with the nice Air Slash, and that is gonna be a dead Kyurem. Kyurem is just going to die. And I do get the beast boost again, so Celesteela is just sitting here, and this is looking like a nice clean Celesteela sweep, which is, like, as I said, I really do like to use this team. It really is fun. I will leave the team link in the description so you guys can check it out, and let me know what you guys are doing with it, or you can edit it and modify it to your liking. So here I'm gonna Air Slash him again. Basically I'm just trying to get a flinch because I know that this thing is annoying, and he is going to go for the recycle. So I'm just playing for a crit or a flinch, or maybe even both. So I go for another Air Slash here, and we're just gonna bring this thing back to the red health, and he's actually gonna pop off his Yappa Berry because of his recycle earlier. But it does turn out that I do get a flinch right here, so I'm gonna Air Slash him again this turn. And he does live it with a sliver of health, but thankfully we do get the flinch. So justice has been served here. So finally this big and bulky tanky professor is gonna die. So yeah, I will leave a link to it in the description, to the team in the description. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I do have a Discord, and the link will be left in the description down below, and let me know what you guys are thinking of these Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battles. So thank you for watching this. It's been Killy362 signing off.